Hey guys, it's Ryan Lipsey and I'm with Tycor Title, and today we have our guest Valli Williams, hostess of Listed Live, and of course Haley Collier, Tycor Title.
Hey guys.
What's going on, ladies?
Hey, good.
We're so excited to have you on today, especially with this topic we're going to be bringing up.
Yeah.
So we're super excited to have Valli on here today.
Yay,
We're talking about and uncovering the power of title insurance. And it's come under a little bit of scrutiny lately. People are identifying other options on how they might fill a round peg in a square hole of title insurance. And we were fortunate enough to have Haley, who was on the title unit as a title clerk previous to her legendary career in sales thus far. And of course, Valli has been doing home loans since I can remember. So we've got some educated audience here. For me, I've been doing title since 2001 and found it to be fascinating work and constantly overcoming obstacles that borrowers have, sellers have. We talk about pulling up the rocks and looking at all the squiggly things at the bottom, and then we have to solve those before we turn over a clean bill of health to the incoming buyer or the borrower on a refi. So in your travels in the mortgage industry and selling houses and refinancing and doing new loans, how has title played a role for you? What were some things that come to mind in the power of title insurance?
You guys have saved me a multitude of times. There's been situations where we had to record something the way it was and we had to negotiate through, I think even getting, what's the title policy called where you get like insurance to cover it if something happens? What's that called?
Bonded.
Like
Bonded,
oh,
yes.
like if a deed
Yeah.
they can't find, like if it's a private beneficiary
Yeah.
and we don't know if it's been paid off or not.
Yeah, there's been lots of situations like that, especially lately. It seems like this market is a little bit different where we had that come up a couple times. And there's always importance of the human element of having a title rep and having a title company, having that assurance that if something does come up with your clients in a sale or a refi, that you can always go back and you have that title insurance to fall back on.
Yeah, and have somebody to call, right?
Yes.
Have a crew.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I see this statistic like, oh, well, claims are under 3%. Well, they're under 3% because title does such a good job in ensuring and making sure that we don't have those issues come up. And I mean, let me tell you, we work with tons of attorneys. We work back and forth, but working on the title desk, I have seen the chain, things get messed up, be recorded wrong, all by attorneys.
Yeah.
And we've had to unravel those, figure things out. And I mean, if we're gonna buy some of our biggest assets that some people are ever gonna be purchasing, why would you rely on somebody that doesn't have the backing of a company that can really help step up and make sure your property is free and clear, that you have that? So I, from the title perspective, have just seen so many things that we've had to uncover and unravel and actually call down to the courts and do all this, where I don't think the attorney would have the bandwidth or have the knowledge or experience to know what the heck they're doing.
Right.
We actually just did one where it was a sale transaction and there was a lawsuit filed on title. Somebody was going after their claim, right? They had a claim on title with a lawsuit that an attorney filed.
Like a life pendants?
Yeah, all the attorneys that were involved with the two parties told them there's nothing you can do. Like, there's nothing you can do, you have to pay it off. It was like $250,000. We kept pushing. I kept reaching out to you guys. We kept working on it. We got it cleared. Zero, and closed it. But it took a while, but we got it done. And without that sale would have never gone through.
And just to put a ribbon on it, I think that there's strength in numbers, and we have 70 some employees just at one title provider in San Diego County. There are market centers all over the state, all over the nation. And title companies don't have that kind of staffing because they don't need them, right? They want to be, it's a for-profit business. So staffing is a huge part of the overhead. It's because it's necessary. You need warm bodies to abstract documents, deal with the IRS, deal with the courts, and uncover what is a potential threat to an incoming borrower that if it survives the title search and they're saddled with that debt, somebody's got to pay it.
Right.
And then the title company's on the hook for it. So I just think the sheer numbers involved, I don't know that the legal industry can staff up quick enough to do what the title industry is currently doing.
No, and I always think that at some point in every aspect of real estate, we've always tried to be replaced. Somebody's been replaced. Like the real estate agent was getting replaced by the iBuyer. Remember that?
Right, yeah.
And the lender's getting
Online.
replaced by online lenders and quotes, so you can just get it. But it doesn't always equal efficiency, and it doesn't always equal the best deal and the best for your client. So I think it's always important to just kind of like heed what's really happening and why are they doing that, and just it's not broken, right? Having a title company is not broken, so don't change it. It really doesn't make much of a financial difference to your client up front, but can make a huge difference down the line.
Right. And just to add on one more thing before we wrap this up, you know, we want to think the best in humanity and think that everybody has best intentions, but we have seen fraudulent things on chain of title. We've seen elder abuse happen that we've had to uncover, and it only came up because of a slight little thing, and we had the experience to know, like, this is not right, something's up here. So, you know, those kind of things, and having the person there to really be able to see all the pieces and uncover everything, and fraudulent documents recorded, elder abuse, all the other things.
The wire fraud, where they're mimicking emails to get wires sent to them.
Entities trying to transfer without having the correct managing members signing, like all sorts of things. So we all want to think the best, but unfortunately, we've uncovered a lot of those situations in title. So that's one really important thing that I wanted to add in is how much fraudulent things can happen.
Well, and the power of title insurance and the security that it gives the customers, knowing that none of the sins of the seller or the debts, the encumbrances, the financial encumbrances on the property are going to survive the title insurance and be bestowed upon the incoming buyer or incoming lender. So we will continue to do our due diligence and be vigilant in covering your customers as they enter into new properties and new loans. But any questions about the controversial scrutiny among title insurance, we are here to answer that. We're stoked to have your support. Any final thoughts, ladies?
I think we touched everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think in our next video, there's so many other things though, like farming, all the other things that title really does help with, but I think we hit some really important points. So thanks for coming, Valli.
All right,
of course.
Thanks, Valli.
Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
until next time. We'll see ya. I'm Ryan, Haley, Valli. Bye.
Bye.